IVRs, also known as auto attendants, are a flexible and powerful feature of MyOffice PBX and are used as a virtual receptionist for your incoming callers. They're a great way to reinforce your business's rules for greeting and routing callers to the appropriate person or department based on their needs. IVRs ensure a higher level of consistency for your customer's experience when interacting with your business. They deliver that same level of quality to all callers flawlessly, regardless of the time, the day, or even the volume of incoming calls. In this tutorial, we'll walk through the basic setup of an IVR and go over some of the most frequently used fields used in a typical IVR configuration. For this example, we'll be uploading a greeting that we downloaded from the MyOffice PBX website. This free pre-recorded voiceover that we'll be using is a generic IVR voiceover created for restaurants.
Hello, and thank you for calling. Ready for a great dining experience? Listen to the following menu, and you'll be halfway there. For dine-in questions, press 1. For carry-out orders, press 2. For catering, please press 3. For all other inquiries, press 0. To repeat these options, press 9.
We'll build our IVR based on the options in this recording. Let's begin. We'll start by logging into our user dashboard. Please note that in this tutorial, we've already created extensions for each business department: dine-in, carry-out, and catering. We've also created a group called All Others, which all 3 departments belong to. This group has a sequential ring method that always rings the dine-in extension first. However, if dine-in is busy, the call will be delivered to the carry-out extension and eventually to the catering extension. If you need assistance creating user extensions or ring groups, please refer to our other video tutorials available online. Since we have our extensions and user groups created, we'll begin by uploading a copy of our main greeting to the PBX by going to Apps and selecting Recordings. Here you will find the Upload tool. Simply click Choose File and browse to the pre-recorded WAV file located on your local device. Make sure that your recording is in the WAV file format. MP3 and other formats will not work. Next, we'll click Upload. Once uploaded, the file will display in the recordings list below. Next, we'll create our IVR. Go to Apps and select IVR from the drop-down list. Click the plus sign and create our first IVR. We'll give our IVR a name. Call this IVR Business Hours. We'll also give this IVR its own extension. This is the number that will be used internally to dial into or transfer calls into this IVR. Note that this extension number cannot be in use anywhere else in the PBX, so be sure to make it unique. Next, you see that we have a greet long and greet short field. The long greeting is played when entering the IVR, while the short greeting is played when returning to the IVR. In our example, we'll use the same greeting for both. Now, we'll create our menu selections. In our recording, we've provided 5 options. The first option we offer is to press 1 for dine-in. We'll create option 1 and select our destination as our dine-in extension 5001. Our next option is press 2 for carry-out. We'll make option 2 go to our carry-out extension 5002. Next option is press 3 for catering. We'll make option 3 go to our catering extension 5003. Our next option is for all other inquiries, press 0. For this option, we'll make option 0 go to our All Others group, which is extension 5000. The last option allows the user to repeat these options by pressing 9. To do this, we'll need to set option 9 to this newly created IVR. However, since we have yet to finish this IVR, we must first click Save in order for this IVR to display in our drop-down box. Once we have saved this IVR, we should see that this option now displays in the options list. We'll select it and make this option 9. Next, we'll set direct dial to true and make sure that enabled is also set to true. Finally, we'll give this IVR a brief description. Click Save to record our changes. The last step we'll do is to route one of our available DIDs to this IVR so that external users can dial into it. This will typically be your main business number. However, you might also want to create separate IVRs for individual departments in your business. For this example, we'll assume that you've already purchased your DIDs, which will be located under Dial Plan Destinations. You'll see that I have 5 DIDs assigned to this account already. We'll just be using one of these. Click on the Edit button. Here, we'll see that the type field should be set to inbound, and the destination field should have your DID number already populated. To route this DID to your ring group, we'll just select that ring group in the action field. I'll make this one ring the All Others ring group. Next, we'll ensure that the enabled field is set to true, which it should be by default. Finally, we'll enter a description for this DID so we can reference it by name. Then, click Save. That's it. Now, when someone dials this DID, they will hear this recording, make their selections, and be routed accordingly. Give it a try. There are virtually endless options and possibilities with IVR creation. You'll have no problem creating the perfect IVR for your business. For more information, visit us at www.ipcoms.net or by calling a member of our support team at 1-800-588-2350.